Hello there and welcome back to the channel where today we have the city building news for July. It's got a lot of cool little games in it, so without any further ado, let's go and find out what those games are. Airborne Kingdom was a recently announced game featured on the PC gaming show. Airborne Kingdom is a strategic city builder with a unique mechanic of placing you, the player, on what is a flying airborne city. While written details on the game and its features and mechanics are currently a little scant, Airborne Kingdom is said to allow you to establish and grow a clan, developing new and innovative technologies to uncover lost kingdoms around the globe. All as you explore barren landscapes from a farmer world utopia. The images and footage for Airborne Kingdom look damn good, so here's hoping it lives up to some people's high expectations. It hopes to release before the end of 2020 onto the Epic Games Store and can be pre-purchased for $15.99 on that storefront right away. The Tennants is a game which sees you become the new landlord on the block. The game recently had a substantial announcement which we will get onto in a moment. For now though, for those unaware, the Tennants allows you to own your own chain of rentable properties. You will have to ensure your tenants feel happy and safe to live in your building in order to grow your property empire and reap the profits. The game, however, will give you some challenges with problematic tenants disturbing the peace and destroying your property. You'll have to stay vigilant in order to survive in the landlord business without making some very bad waves indeed. The developers recently announced that they would be moving into a closed beta stage. For those that wish to apply and be part of a closed beta, all you have to do is sign the form with a short questionnaire on it as well. The developers say this marks an important step towards the future release of the game. Brick Building is, I think, the first VR game I've mentioned on here, developed and published by VR Labs as well. The game is focused on construction with blocks, which allow a user to easily prototype 3D constructions as they require. The game includes over 600 blocks and bricks of different sizes, colors, and characteristics. It will support multiplayer via Steam as well for great collaborative works to be built. The game is said to be intended to be used by students and teachers for learning and teaching in some form. CityState was a fairly popular release a few years back, with many enjoying the substantial amount of mechanics and features the game had to offer. The developer is capitalizing on this popularity with a sequel named, unsurprisingly, CityState 2. The Steam page was released mere hours ago as I type this, and details of many of the upcoming features are yet to be announced, but city building is back with roads, building zones, services, and public buildings all at your disposal. You'll again have control over political and economical issues with a series of 50 available in-game policies for you to include. This would summarize stuff like social benefits, freedom rights, religion rights, and trade policies alongside a few others. You'll have substantial control over the growth of your population as well, with control, for example, for immigration as well, giving you the ability to filter immigrants by education level and geographical origin to select which you would like to take in, essentially. The developer does stress that the game is for mature audiences, featuring mature political topics as well. The game hopes to release in 2021. The wildly popular Dwarf Fortress is yet again back in the headlines, with the publisher Kitfox Games manning the wheel for a highly anticipated Steam release. For those unaware, re-release of the game, I should stress it's a re-release. For those unaware, Dwarf Fortress is a complex management experience with the ability to adventure the lands with people, earn reputation as a series of characters use stealth to hide from enemies and steal treasure from ancient tombs. You can also command dwarves to craft treasure and furniture, establish a colony, build floodgates, and many more structures, all while ensuring the happiness of your dwarves. I currently have a knife blade in my hand. I am putting that on the desk. I'm going to kill myself. The Steam release will include new graphics, Steam Workshop support, and a series of new modes and features to make the game a more up-to-date and modern experience. Odd Realm is a recent release which got lost in the disorganized mess that was my scripting process. Odd Realm is a colony building simulation game which is set in a procedurally generated fantasy world. Featuring 2 playable races, 5 procedurally generated biomes being desert, taiga, void, tundra, and tropical. More than 24 in-game features, over 100 items from weapons to objects to defensive gear, and 15 possible professions for your in-game settlers. It is available now on Steam and sits with very positive reviews. Roman Way is a game slated for release this July, which allows you to create a slave network. Bear with me, in the ancient Roman times. Yes, the slave network, that's what I said. Based in the Roman era, Roman Way, funnily enough, sees you manage a slave army, giving them tasks at your discretion, such as mining, blacksmithery, and much more. You'll have to ensure you maximize the efficiency of your slaves, I guess, through research. You can unlock new abilities to ensure the workers operate at their maximum efficiency. Oh my word, I don't like saying it this way. However, through research, you can unlock new abilities for your people, for you and your people, to basically do more stuff, essentially. I don't know what that stuff will be. They don't go into detail. You can give them some downtime as well, and maybe even some luxuries if you want to, feel like you're in a nice mood today. You'll be able to grow production lines as you expand your workforce, turning grain into flour, flour into bread, and so on, turning the once worthless grain into a much more valuable product for you to sell. Roman Way will feature a scenario mode, a long research tree, a series of industries for you to enter, a realistic trade system, and a series of tools to expand your workforce and camp. Songs of Six is a strategy city builder where you begin as an insignificant colony, building, scheming, and fighting your way towards the construction of a metropolis empire. The game's main features are its living world, which is full of different cultures, gods, creatures, climates, weathers, animals, and people. With droughts, pirates, and bandits roaming the wilderness, there will never be a dull moment as you explore this vast landscape. This also has base building at a significant scale, giving you the ability to build a base to house tens of thousands of colony members, ensuring you manage your finances and budget to prevent bankruptcy from occurring. As you grow, so will your need for defending yourself and for utilizing your expertise and strategy to your advantage to defend and grow your settlement. The game was recently announced on Kickstarter and can be bought for £25 on itch.io with a Steam release to be decided. Next up, we have Sugarmill. Sugarmill is a village building simulation game released at the end of last year. Sugarmill starts you off with lost families and a store. Lots of families, not lost families. Well, I guess they're lost as well. And a store of basic supplies, essentially. From here, you'll have to build, mine, harvest, and import goods to create not only a successful and comfortable village area for you and your settlers, but to build the industry required to construct a surplus of items in which you can sell on and export in order to increase your wealth through trading. As you manage this large and expanding village, you'll have to ensure your villagers are happy and make, use of the basic goods such as food and water to prevent them from becoming unhappy. And of course, you want to prevent waste of these items because that would mean that you are running out of money. Sugarmill can be found on Steam, however, for $11.39. From the creators of Design This Castle and Design This Home, we have a new and interesting looking take on the house repair simulation topic area with Rehabbers. Rehabbers is a gridless home construction simulator allowing you to build and place foundations, walls, flooring, and a series of customizable in-house items of furniture to really snazz up your property. Before you build up you'll have to repair and clean up what's there beforehand. Repairing walls, pulling weeds, and cleaning floors will all contribute towards getting the overall profit for you and your business to be increased. Not only can you work on the house in Rehabbers, but you can also work on the garden, giving it some life and making the house more attractive to buyers in the process. Overall, Rehabbers looks like a terrific little simulation game with a prospective release date of Q2 2020, although Q2 has been and gone at this point in time. And that is it for today. That is your, your city building news for this month. And I hope you found something new. But until next time, thank you for watching, and cheerio.